When it came to listening, my mother taught me silence. "If you're drowning out their voice with yours, how will you hear them?" she asked. When it came to speaking, she said, "Do it with commitment. Every word you say is your own responsibility." When it came to being, she said, "Be tender and tough at once. You need to be vulnerable to live fully, but rough enough to survive it all." When it came to choosing, she asked me to be thankful for the choices I had that she never had the privilege of making.
First, I went for my words. The I can'ts, I won'ts, I am not good enoughs. I lined them up and shot them dead. Then I went for my thoughts. Invisible and everywhere, there was no time to gather them one by one. I had to wash them out. I wove a linen cloth out of my hair, soaked it in a bowl of mint and lemon water, carried it in my mouth as I climbed up my braid to the back of my head. Down on my knees, I began to wipe my mind clean. It took 21 days. My knees bruised, but I did not care. I was not given the breath in my lungs to choke it out. I would scrub the self-hate off the bone till it exposed love.
No extra bedrooms. I'm opening all the windows, airing it out, putting flowers in a vase in the middle of the kitchen table, lighting a candle, loading the dishwasher with all my thoughts until they're spotless, scrubbing the countertops, and then I plan to step into the bathtub, wash yesterday out of my hair, decorate my body in gold, put music on, sit back, put my feet up, and enjoy this typical Thursday afternoon.
If I had to walk to get to you, it would take 826 hours. On bad days, I think about it. What I might do if the apocalypse comes and the planes stop flying. There is so much time to think, so much empty space wanting to be consumed, but no intimacy around to consume it. It feels like being stuck at a train station, waiting and waiting and waiting for the one with your name on it. When the moon rises on this coast, but the sun still burns shamelessly on yours, I crumble knowing even our skies are different. We have been together so long, but have we really been together if your touch has not held me long enough to imprint itself on my skin? I try my hardest to stay present, but without you here, everything at its best is only mediocre.
When I walked into the coffee shop and saw you, my body did not react like it had the first time. I waited for my heart to abandon me, for my legs to freeze up, to fall to the ground crying at your side. Nothing happened. There was no connection or movement inside when we locked eyes. You looked like a regular guy with your regular clothes and regular coffee. Nothing profound about you. I don't give myself enough credit. My body must have cleansed itself of you long ago. Must have gotten tired of me behaving like I'd lost the best thing to have ever happened and wrung the insecurities out while I was busy wallowing in pity. That day, I had no makeup on. My hair was all over the place. I was wearing my brother's old t-shirt and pajama pants. Yet I felt like a gleaming siren, a mermaid. I did a little dance in the car while driving home. Even though we were both under the same room of that coffee shop, I was still solar systems away from you.
As a father of 3 daughters, it would have been normal for him to push marriage on us. This had been the narrative for women in my culture for hundreds of years. Instead, he pushed education, knowing it would set us free in a world that wanted to contain us. He made sure that we learned to walk independently.
I am trying to not make you pay for their mistakes. I'm trying to teach myself you are not responsible for the wound. How can I punish you for what you have not done? You wear my emotions like a decorated army vest. You are not cold, or savage, or hungry. You are medicinal. You are not them.
A child and an elder sat across from each other at a table, a cup of milk and tea before them. The elder asked the child if she was enjoying her life. The child answered yes, life was good, but she couldn't wait to grow up and do grown-up things. Then the child asked the elder the same question. He too said life was good, but he'd give anything to go back to an age where moving and dreaming were still possibilities. They both took a sip from their cups, but the child's milk had curdled. The elder's tea had grown bitter. There were tears running from their eyes.